We've been driving around, singing songs way too loud because we wanna. Picking up all our friends, fill up the car till it bends.
Okay guys, so we've got two tumblers here that we're going to work on. The first one is a 20 ounce skinny straight from Makerflow. The other's a 20 ounce tapered from Makerflow. I also have a 10 by 10 canvas taped and push pinned. What I'm going to do is I'm going to paint the tumblers one at a time. They're not getting exactly the same colors, but all the drips will go on the same canvas. So I have a whole lot of leftovers. I'm going to try and guess what they all are. Because, you know, I don't label leftovers sometimes. So I know this is Master's Touch Permanent Black. This is Arteza Aztec Gold. This is Arteza Bordeaux Red. Amsterdam Turquoise Green. Pretty sure this is Amsterdam Titanium White. This is Deco Art Pearl. Deco Art Metallics Pearl. This is TLP Zeus. I have TLP and Submarine. This is a mixture of Amsterdam Quinacridone Rose and Amsterdam Permanent Red Violet Light. Not a clue. A lot of different violets and purples. This one, again, not quite sure. I think this one has some, maybe some phthalo blue. I think it has some Prussian blue. It's got a lot of dark blues. This one I know had some Diox purple. I think it got some violet put in it. I have no idea. It's purple. This one is definitely light blue violet from Liquitex Basics. This is definitely a mixture of TLP Lakeside with Artist Loft Metallic Cobalt Blue. And this is Deco Art 24 Karat Gold. So I'm going to put different colors on the two tumblers. And we're just going to have some fun. So we're going to get this one first. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to put the canvas mainly under this one. I'm going to paint this tumbler. And when this one's looking good, I'm going to scooch the canvas over and paint that tumbler. And we'll see what happens. And then we'll play with the canvas. Hang in there. Let's get this guy started. Now, the trick to this is basically you're just blopping, people. There is no rhyme, no reason, no pattern. It's a blop. You do want to pick colors that will hopefully play nice together. But other than that, you are just having some fun. Putting down some colors. Now you do have some control on where your paints are landing, so you know you can sort of try and keep colors that you want to touch less apart, but they are going to move more and more as you go, so also keep that in mind. I'm just sort of getting my base layers on. It'll get more flowing and more liquid as we go, so changing direction helps the paints move more, gives you that switchback look. Right now the objective is to not have any dry spots. So we're just trying to get enough paint on to get it all wet. So you can play with it a little. Helping blend some of the colors along with helping me get rid of some of my dry spots. So. If you're sure you have no dry spots left, then you can move on to your canvas, or in this case, to your second tumbler. But you definitely want to make sure there's no dry spots, because those will be a problem later. We're going to let that turn for a little bit, see if it fixes itself. We're going to start on number 2. So we're going to move our canvas over and get number 2 sped. Start playing over here. Well, I'm loving the design in this one already. And do torch now and then, because you're going to get bubbles just like on a painting. You gotta kill those bubbles. Ooh, too much gold in this one. 24 karat gold is trying to become the boss here. They're going to rotate and continue to drip and do their thing for quite some time. I'll give them one more torch. We're going to move on to the canvas. Okay, I have our 10 by 10 canvas with all of our drippings, and then I made a little pour cup with a batch of those leftover paints, and I'm just going to straight pour this all around the outside so that our canvas is wetter, and then we're going to tilt. Let's have some fun. Well, that's really bizarre looking. Let me look at that a minute and think what I like, what I don't like. I don't like that solid block of red there. So we're going to try and get that off. And we'll see what we're left with. Well, that's pretty bizarre. Not sure if that's good bizarre or bad bizarre, but that's bizarre. Certainly has some character to it. Wow. A lot of color, a lot of movement. Okay. If the end is near, just know that I got you. I'm your armor when things yeah, I think we're just gonna leave that be. Alright, I'm gonna let those tumblers turn for a little while. I'm gonna clean up the edges on this canvas and then I'll give you some wet results. Hang in there. Okay, we have the wet results. Now, like I said, these are still be turning and changing for hours. Let's change it to this angle. You can see it better. So this is the first one, oh, actually the second one we painted, but it's looking pretty cool. And here's our first one. And we'll see how they turn out. And then we'll figure out decals for them. Hang in there for the dry results. But let me get you the wet results on the canvas first. Hold on. Alright, here's the wet results on the canvas from the drippings and the rest of the leftover paints. I think it came out pretty cool. It's got a lot of cool blendings and lines. It's going in all different directions. A lot of movement. A lot of fun. Pretty happy with how that came out. Alright, dry results coming up next. Hi everyone, I'm doing a voiceover because I'm wearing my mask. These tumblers are ready to get their first coat of resin. So we're going to use the Counterculture DIY Fast Set resin. I've got 40 milliliters made up to cover these tumblers. So that is all mixed up and ready to go. Into that, I'm going to add some of my It's Pretty Personal Touch of Gold Cheat Diamond Dust. Just a small amount because I am putting some other stuff on there. So we're just going to take a little bit of that. We're going to put that into our resin. We're going to mix that in really well. You do not want to use a whole lot of this. A little goes a long way. So get that in there, mix it up really well. Now for each of these, they're going to get a little something extra in addition to the Touch of Gold Diamond Dust. So for the one in the back there, it's going to get some Spin It Pink Passion. So that is that blue, purple, pink mix. And on the other one, it's a custom mix I made that is red, white, blue, and dark gold. And so those are going to go on the cup after the resin is put on. And I've got them into little containers to make it easier for me to put on. So watch and let's get these covered. Okay, we are ready to do decaling. Now this is a tapered cup. Sorry if I bang the camera. We're in my Cricut station, it's small. Because this is a tapered cup, it is complicated sometimes to get the decal on without it wrinkling. But we're going to give it a shot. So I picked a spot where I wanted it. And I'm going to put it up sort of high so we get the least amount of curve issue. And we're going to carefully work it one side to, and then the other. Try and get it as flat as possible. And then work it the other direction. So that is our offset base for our decal. I did not attach the two together ahead of time in case I ran into trouble with this big one, because sometimes these are problematic going on a curved tumbler. All right, hold on a second. Let me get the other one ready to go. Okay, we're gonna try and get the words on without messing them up and wrinkling them. I don't know, we'll see. All right. That one was the easy one. Let's do the hard one. Let me put some cuts. One trick is to put some cuts in your transfer tape so that you can easily separate different words as you're putting them down. So let me just make some adjustments in this transfer tape real quick that are going to make it easier for me to separate out some words as we're laying it down. This is much easier if you can put it on the offset before you put it on the cup, but with these curved cups, I like to piecemeal it because you're less likely to have something go wrong. All right, let's take that off. Oop, hold on. I got something stuck to the transfer tape. There we go. Get that guy down. And once you get your transfer tape off, then you do want to make sure that you really get in here and press down everything to make sure it's really, really flat. And then that's ready for its final resin. Let's get the other one out of here. This one's going to be a little easier. That's why I saved it for second, because this one's just going to get some decal stickers. So I've got these beautiful golden butterflies, and we're just going to put some wherever I feel like putting. I'm going to start with the largest one. And again, whenever applying something, always apply from the center out slowly so that you don't wrinkle. And you lay nice and flat. Oh, I like that. All right, let me find some other ones.
You've been hiding in the shadows way too long. You always thought that you were weak, but babe, you're wrong. Yeah, you better step into the light, just give it a try. Think that it's time you let that spark out.
That's pretty good.
You've been hiding
All right.
in the shadows way too
I don't know
long.
if I want to put any more or not.
And who cares if you might mess it? You're stronger than
I think I'll leave that like that. That's pretty nice. Don't mind the spots that really have nothing. Okay, so those are done and ready to go for the final coats of resin. Hang in there. Hi everyone, I'm doing a voiceover again. Again, I'm wearing a respirator. We are ready, since these are decaled, to put the final coats of resin on these tumblers. I have a batch of resin all mixed up. This is the KS Liquid Art Ultra UV Epoxy. It's a 1:1 ratio resin. I made up a batch of it. That cup there has more than I need for these two because I have some other tumblers on the other side. You're going to need about 15 to 20 milliliters per tumbler for these final coats. It'll take at least one, probably two coats to finish it up, and then we'll have a nice, smooth, ready to go tumbler. So watch and we will get these finished. Okay, I'm doing the final results on everything. So this is the dry results of the canvas. It came out pretty cool. Lots of colors, lots of movement. A little crazy, but you know, it's from the drips. So that's the canvas. Let me show you the tumblers. Okay, this is the first of the painted tumblers that has been painted, resin, glittered, and decaled. That says, leave a little sparkle wherever you go. And this is the second tumbler, which was painted, resined, glittered, and butterfly decal. So that's looking really pretty. Get you up close a little here. And that's the second one. Thank you so much for joining me in this adventure of the double tumbler paint fun. Hope you enjoyed this. If you did, please leave me a thumbs up, leave me a comment, subscribe to my channel, and hit the notification bell to see more videos when I upload them. I'm usually on Mondays and Fridays. I'm so glad you're here and I really appreciate your presence. Have a wonderful day.